Welcome back, folks. This is Tommy, Help with Gadgets.edc, and we've got a review to do this evening. What we have here is the Miguron Keryx, and I have to say that overall I've been very pleased with this knife. It runs about $60, and if you want to get it from White Mountain Knives, you can use my code that I'll have in the description. You should also find a link below to where it is on Amazon. And if you use the Amazon link, that'll give me a little bit of credit as well. So, just a spoiler alert, I guess. This is a great knife, in my opinion, for the price. All right, let's go ahead and get some size comparisons out of the way. Let's do the American Blade Works Model 2. And here it is. The American Blade Works Model 1. So you see some similar sized blades. The handles on the American Blade Works are a little bit longer. Let's do the CJRB Pyrite. And let's do the CJRB Echo. Again, some knives right about the same size. Similar blade shape as well. Alright, let's go with the Asher Knives Spiro, and a very well-loved Wee Banter. I bought that from my son-in-law a few years ago, and as you can tell, it has got a lot of use. I have it in to sharpening and do some disassembly and cleaning on. I don't think that I'll do a video on that as well. Or I don't think I'll do a video on that one. Alright, we have the North Arm Sky High, and we'll go with the Eutectic EFD. That's Liang Ma's budget line. Very good knife. Let's do the QSP Penguin, and let's do the another Miguron. Let's do the Miguron Montreal. There you have that one. All right. Let's do a couple of bigger knives. This is the Beg Knives Bodega Steelcraft, and let's do a Microtech MSI. Those are a bit larger than it. Let's do the Arnaud Bernard Mamba and a Kaiser Sparrow. Alright, those are two. I'll get out of the way. Let's do the RD Spectre and the Kaiser October. Alright. And yes, I seem to have a lot of sheepfoot style blades, it would appear. Alright, let's do the Holt Haptic and the Oz Roosevelt. Let's go with CJRB Feldspar. And let's do the EMP EDC Nimble. So there those two are. Let's do the CJRB, or excuse me, Artisan Cutlery Tylos and the Sharp by Design Mini Tempest. Alright, just a few more and we'll go to some measurements here. This is the Keynison Knives Basset Hound, and this is the Giant Mouse Ace Tribeca. A couple more. And then, let's see, what else do we want to show here? This is the Petrified Fish Beluga. And last but not least, we have the Kaiser Cyberblade. And as you can tell, the Miguron Keryx is a longer knife than the Kaiser Cyberblade. Alright, so that was a lot. Again, let me know if that's too many size comparisons. I feel like some folks may like seeing that, others maybe not so much. But let's go ahead and measure this. Slide my handy dandy old-timey ruler into place. So you can see that this blade is, the cutting edge is about 3 inches. The blade itself is about 3.25 according to the specs. Overall length is just shy, well, about, looks like 7 3/4 per the ruler there. So about 7 3/4 overall length. It weighs about 3.98 grams, or excuse me, 3.98 ounces, about 113 grams. This is the budget version of the Keryx. There is another version, or there are a couple more variations of it that are more premium. Those run about $190 if I'm not mistaken. Those, instead of the flipper, they have a front flipper and titanium scales, and then M390 on the blade steel, whereas this one has 14C28N for the blade steel, which is perfectly good steel in my opinion. So let's talk about the knife for a few minutes. It is what I would consider a more budget knife, and for the most part, I really like this knife. It has a nice titanium clip. It goes into the pocket well, fits well. It's just a really nice touch for what I would consider a budget knife. The flipper works great. It's no complaints there. The jimping on the flipper works out really well. There's also jimping on the top of the knife, just where you would need it if you were gripping using that forward choil there. The micarta is nice. The liner lock is nice. The access hole works well for thumb as well as reverse flick. So all the opening methods work just fine. So no complaints there. It has a G10 backspacer, which is just fine as well. It did have some of these edges here had kind of a sharpness to them, and I took and smoothed those out a little bit with a ceramic dowel on a Dremel tool. So something just really simple to fix. And again, nothing that I was really concerned with, as this is a budget knife. I'm not a great fan of the satin blades, but haven't really seen any issue with this particular blade. They've got a nice little logo there in the pivot. So this knife fits really good in hand. It is the opening hole is positioned well where you don't have to, at least in my size hand, I don't have to move around a whole lot to get to that opening hole. Access to the lock bar is great. It's got good lock up from what you can see there, and from what we can look at on the lock bar as well, if you can see that. So overall, no complaints with this knife, other than the aforementioned kind of sharpness that was left on the liners. Otherwise, a good knife. I like a lot of what I see with this knife. You've got T8 hardware for the body screws as well as the pivot, so it makes it really easy to disassemble. Very simple design, works great. The curve in the clip works well in pocket. So again, a lot of good things that I like about this knife. So, and it would be one that I would recommend and have recommended to some folks that have asked, is this a good knife to, or what's a good knife to start out with? What's a good beginner knife? And in my opinion, this is one that is a good beginner knife. Nice materials for the handle, nice material for the clip, and a good blade steel in a nice, to me, is about as perfectly sized knife as one could have for EDC, in my opinion. Your opinion may vary, but that's okay. All right, I appreciate y'all watching. Please hit that subscribe button down there if you haven't. If you did enjoy the video, please hit like and leave a comment if you so desire. I appreciate the comments, and we'll try to get a response back for each comment that folks make. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope you have a good weekend, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks.